to show 9 of Max and Tax's World Cup rundown. And what a week it has been. Some results we could never have seen coming. They certainly were, Max. We lost the Netherlands and Germany to some of the worst penalty kicks you've ever seen. Oh, and I think this is show 6. Well, you can't blame me, Tax. Counting is not a cat thing, but an overactive imagination most definitely is. Well, indeed, Max. Numbers are to cats about as comprehensible as the offside rule to an American. Lots going on the Footy website this week, Tax. We now have a user-submitted photo area, so send them in. We do, Max, and it's great to see some of the faces. We also have the caption competition back for 2026, but that's not the most exciting thing. We have a live chat running all the time, so we can all watch the matches together and share the pain and joy. Well, Max, we certainly had pain and joy last night with England and DR Congo. Congo scored first and defended fabulously until a couple of late goals from Harry Kane put England through to the last 16. I believe that some people have started calling Harry Kane the postman, Tax. What do you mean? He gets there eventually, but you might have to wait a while and the results might be battered and scrappy. No, Tax, because he always delivers. You were at the game again last night. Did you get to talk to your friend Thomas Tuchel again? Thomas Tuchel? England certainly seemed to make hard work of that.
We made it very difficult. They made it very difficult with the first goal they scored, so it got even more difficult. But I think we deserved this win, and I'm very impressed with the second half of the first half. All 3 quarters after the first water break were just on. I felt us with the right belief, I felt us with the right attitude, non-stop, and we kept on knocking.
Well, that made no sense at all. Let's try someone else. Declan, how would you reassure the fans after a very nervy performance?
I think it was tough today because at times it was a transitional game at times where we didn't have to make it. You know, we could have been on the edge of their box and 20 seconds later we could have been defending the edge of our box. We could have controlled it a little bit more around the edge of their box and just kept probing a little bit instead of having to go for them first fault all the time. So I think physically on that front we've done a lot of running today, but with the ball I think we was creating chances, we were getting into good areas. Like I said, their keeper was having a worldie.
Well, all quarters and boxes there, Tax. Hope that made a lot more sense at home than it did here. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. At 20, we have Barley, and at 17, we have Degsy B, Jellymold, and Puski. At 15, it's Rajmeister 1982 and Stuli. 13 is United Forever. Let's hope that means Sheffield, Tax. And Walter Ramo. Good One is All Alone at 12. Lizzie Claret at 11, and Ayrshire Claret and Nathan J88 are at 9. That's a lot of clarets. Evan W018 is at 7, with Carl, Dave and Liz all at 5, and then the top 4 are only 4 points apart. We have Keith W at 4, McQuiston at 3, Caitlin B are back down at 2 again, and J. Patrick Ross in first place. What's even more interesting, Max, is that not one player has predicted anything but a win for Spain tonight. Well, some of the mighty have already tumbled, Tax, so who knows what might happen next. To quote the late, great Bobby Robson, if you don't score, you're not going to win the match. Wise words indeed there, Tax. Well, that's all for us for now. See you next week when we will all be sound asleep, keeping the dream going for just a little bit longer. Pip, pip.